Welcome to the Bridge Report, your new daily series where I give you daily updates on all Chelsea's transfer news. We have a lot to get into today. We have Chelsea's inquiry for Lyon's Malick Fofana, the young 20-year-old winger. We also have the German 6'6" striker from Stuttgart, Nick Woltemade, or Woltemade if you want to be English about it, and also Frankfurt's new overwhelming price tag that they are going to whack on Ekitike. Right, so let's get right into it. Before we get into it, if you are new here, drop a like, drop a comment, and subscribe. Now let's talk transfers. Okay, straight off the rip, I just want to do a quick shout out to obviously Liam Delap's debut and Asugu, who also made a debut yesterday. I think you could hear it from the crowd. I said this in my post-match video. The crowd loved it. I realised now I didn't talk too much about Delap and the impact that he made. So I'm just going to give a quick thing about that. I think he was brilliant. I think he showed some real character. I think within like 2 seconds of being on the pitch, he tried to push over the defender, and I just love it. I love the passion he'll bring to that forward line. But the runs he was making, the link-up play, very Jackson-esque. But you could just see it in the way that he plays football. He is a all-out number 9. And I think it's something that we can all be really excited for. And I do think he'll start the next game. But in the transfer news, on the screen you can see Chelsea lodge inquiry over Malick Fofana. Chelsea have approached Lyon over potentially signing Malick Fofana, new reports claim. The Blues are on the lookout for a new winger this summer, having decided not to sign Jadon Sancho on a permanent basis and also failed to close a deal with Borussia Dortmund for Jamie Gittens. According to the Athletic's David Ornstein, Chelsea have now lodged a verbal inquiry with Lyon over Fofana, the 20-year-old who has a senior international cap for Belgium. He is said to be among a list of wide options currently being considered at Stamford Bridge. I've watched a quick highlight video of him, and obviously, you only see the good things, not the bad things. He looks exciting. He looks very Jamie Gittens-esque. And me with the esques today. He looks good. He's young. He's quick. He likes to take on his players. He looks good. And I think he will thrive in Maresca's system. That's all the reports I've seen, especially comments being made about Maresca's system, and that he will definitely fit in that. I think if he understands that he'll be second to someone else, I think he'll be a good backup plan, considering, Madueke's not doing his job at left wing, and Neto thrives way too much on the right. So I think personally to maybe sign 2 wingers if we can, Jamie Gittens and possibly a Malick Fofana, because I can't imagine how much it'll be, maybe 30 million, 35 million, but then again, apparently prices for players are just going absolutely through the roof, and at what point does everyone just say, right, enough's enough, you're taking the mick now? Yeah, could be exciting. I'll definitely try and keep you up to date with this one as the transfer window goes on. Obviously, we have a very long transfer window, so I will do my best to keep you posted daily with all different things. Right, moving on to the next person. Nick Woltemade. I'm not going to try and say his name. I'm not German. Obviously from Stuttgart. Big 6'6", lanky striker. Another of the attacking options which Chelsea reported in talks with is Nick Woltemade. Our Team Talk are reporting the 2-time German international scored 17 times across all competitions for Stuttgart and is now making a mockery of the European Under-21 Championship in the first 2 group games. He has scored 4 goals and assisted 2 more and will line up against England in Group B next. I mean, I'm pretty sure I seen him play for Germany not long ago, and he's a big boy, very Peter Crouch-like. He's exciting. He's good on the ball. He can finish. I don't know if any of you have seen his highlights. Let me know what you think about him. It's definitely an exciting one. But again, is he someone that wants to be a second to someone else? I don't know. A lot of these players coming up that are scoring goals, I say, like 17 across all competitions, he doesn't seem like someone who's going to want to be a bench warmer to a Delap or a Jackson. So it's really is a tough one on where the other players fit into this, especially with the likes of Jackson. We all know Jackson's very passionate about and very emotional. So if Delap obviously comes in, and then obviously, let's say a Nick Woltemade comes in, it's going to ruffle some feathers. And I think Jackson will probably want to leave and walk. And I can honestly imagine him going to somewhere like United just to be the main man. But yeah, with this Nick Woltemade, I'm excited. Do I think it will happen? I'm not too sure. They've definitely put some inquiries in. I think price means everything. Price and wages, which again, yes, I know is for every single player out there. But If they only want 30 million for him, it's a steal. I think you can just go and grab it. If they want 50, 60, 70 million, you can tell them to go stuff it. You know, how many players in history have been that good, that tall? You know, I know Chris Wood's quite tall, but again, he's only had really that one really good breakout season at Nottingham Forest. You've got Peter Crouch. You know, as far as I'm aware, that's my range of knowledge gone when it comes to strikers and that kind of height. So yeah, it'll be an interesting one. I think he'd fit the system quite well. He's very tall. You know, he can score headers, but he also can score some really good goals with his feet. I gotta admit, I was quite shocked to see how well he was in his highlights. So I'd be sure to go and check them ones out for yourself. And again, leave me a comment who you want to go and grab. If it was your decision on a striker, would you still go for Osimhen? Would you go for Gyökeres, considering no one seems to want him? Not Real Madrid. Arsenal favours Sesko. I'm very confused. This guy scored a lot of goals last season. I know it was in the Portuguese league, but I'm struggling to understand what it is about him that no one wants. So please, you know, leave me your opinions in the comment section why you think clubs aren't going for him. Is it a wage demand maybe? Maybe he thinks he deserves 500 grand a week and no one is willing to pay it. But if you're talking big money, Hugo Ekitike, the 22-year-old, is highly rated by Chelsea, but the club are not expected to meet Frankfurt's hefty £85 million price tag. The Blues risk losing out in the race to sign Ekitike, who has also attracted interest from Manchester United. I know for a while he's also on Liverpool's radar as well. Teams being unwilling to match Frankfurt's valuation will be music to German clubs' ears. A third-place finish in the Bundesliga means that the team will hope to have Ekitike in their squad when they compete in the Champions League next season. I've just seen a report that apparently Frankfurt are going to put the price up to over 100 million. I don't know where they seem to think this guy is worth that much money. He's all right. He's not 100 million. If we sign him for 100 million, we are mugs. He screams Havertz to me. A very Timo Werner Havertz-esque of he will come in. That's 3 times I said esque and I'm so sorry. I think he's one of these players that's going to come in to the Premier League and not light the world on fire. And I think if you're someone who's coming in with a 100 million price tag on your head, you have to be. Otherwise, your mentality, you're going to become shy and you're not going to be confident. It's going to show on the pitch and then the fans are going to hate you and then you become a joke. You know, look at Mudryk, look at Werner, look at Havertz. They all got laughed at. You know, bottle jobs, for instance. I can see why clubs want Ekitike, but unless you're willing to pay, I'd only pay 50 million for him if it was down to me. I'm sure wages wouldn't be a problem, but it's ridiculous what these clubs think they can charge for players nowadays. It is honestly mental. But I seen a report today about Jamie Gittens. Jamie Gittens has closed the door to other clubs. He is still on with the agreement of the 7-year deal with Chelsea, which, to be honest, is great. I think it shows loyalty. It shows that he favours Chelsea over everyone else. You know, he's probably had some decent clubs come forward for him, and he's picked us to be the club, and he's holding his word. You know, and to a Chelsea fan, that's got to mean something, and I think that would do really well if we sign him, and I think he'll be a fan favourite, and I can see him doing absolutely wonders on that left wing. Talking about certain people that deals did not necessarily go through in January, the small transfer window for the Club World Cup. Apparently, I don't know about this whole Maignan situation. I feel like Chelsea are still going to go for him. I feel like they're just playing a chessboard game here. It's the sense, oh yeah, we're not interested. But they'll come forward and be like, well, you know what, actually, Milan don't want to lose him on a free, so, you know, yeah, we'll accept your bid for near 50 million. Maybe if you just push it to 17, we'll accept it. I think that's what's going to happen. I think Milan are going to get in contact with Chelsea and say, look, his new price tag's 18 million. And Chelsea will be like, okay, that's fine. Even though Chelsea only offered 15, or apparently didn't offer anything, I think if they drop their price in 25 to around 18, 17, I think Chelsea will bite their hand off and take it. Because there was a few moments in the game yesterday where I feel like Sanchez had a few hiccups, you know, kicking the ball forward out of play, and there was just a little moment with his ball control that went a bit iffy, and he kicked it out for a corner. So it's all going on at the moment. Obviously, I'm going to try and keep up on top of it. I'm going to do a bit of a little research into Nkunku and what's going on there. I want to see if I can find out some information on, because they've dropped his price tag to 35 million because Bayern are interested, yet they played him last night. I don't understand what's going on. Why would you play him? It's confusing. We don't need to play him. We have Nkunku. We don't have Nkunku. We have Jackson and Delap. We have no need to be playing Nkunku unless heat exhaustion. They just wanted to get people out there and just get minutes in. But then again, Tyreek George can come on. It's just mental. Can someone explain to me what the hell's going on with Christopher Nkunku? It is absolutely baffling. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think of this new name, the Bridge Report. I just wanted it to be a daily series so that you guys knew from the thumbnail and the title what you were getting. This is just supposedly transfer news, okay? I won't try and waffle on about games or anything. That'll be in pre-match and post-match stuff. So yeah, hopefully tomorrow there'll be some more news and I can drop you a little update. If there isn't a video tomorrow about transfer news, then it just means from my end there is no updates. But I will do my best to do some research and find all the juicy stuff going on. But until then, have a nice rest of your day. Enjoy the weather and peace.